In Greek mythology, Hestia is the goddess of the hearth, while in Roman mythology, Vesta is the goddess of the hearth. Vesta, similar to her Greek counterpart Hestia, was born to mother Rhea and father Kronos, and was swallowed by her father. She was the firstborn but last to be freed, making her both the oldest and youngest sibling. Vesta, the goddess of the hearth, was known for her beauty and caught the attention of Neptune and Apollo. She didn't want to get married and asked Jupiter if she could stay a virgin, and he agreed. So she focused on tending the fire and keeping the peace at home. Jupiter also commanded her to stay unmarried to prevent a war among the gods and keep peace on Olympus. Vesta was the Roman goddess of the hearth, which was the center of the home where the family's spirits gathered. It was crucial to keep the fire burning as it was considered a sacred place where sacrifices, offerings, and meals were prepared. Vesta was a virgin goddess who chose to tend the home fire, so there aren't many stories about her like there are about her sisters, Juno and Ceres. She was often depicted wearing a modest dress and accompanied by a donkey, which was important to her for a couple of reasons. Donkeys were used in mills, and Vesta was honored by bakers for her dedication to the fire, so Romans really liked donkeys. And when someone tried to take advantage of her while she slept, a nearby donkey woke her up by braying loudly, and her brother, Jupiter, came to her aid. Vesta was all about her role at home and by the fire, and she was hospitable and generous, but she made sure she never fell in love. She's the epitome of a virgin, which doesn't just mean purity. It can also represent a focus on the home, hearth, and family. Vesta was the goddess of the hearth, and her job was to make sure the fire was always burning in Roman villages. The Temple of Vesta in Rome was a sacred space for the community to visit and worship. Vestalia was a festival from June 7th to 15th that honored Vesta, and on the final day, the Temple of Vesta was cleaned and purified. Vestal virgins were priestesses who vowed abstinence for 30 years to focus on tending to the sacred fire, and if they broke their vow, they would be severely punished. Vesta, the goddess of the hearth, was honored during Vestalia. The last day of the festival was dedicated to purifying the temple and making offerings. In modern times, people can honor Vesta by purifying the rooms in their homes that are dedicated to her.